Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the most amazing and inspiring stories from the Bible. In today's video, we will be sharing with you the story of little David and Goliath, the tale of courage. This is an epic story that shows us that even when we are small, we can do great things if we trust in God. So let's dive into this wonderful story together. Many years ago, there were two groups of people living very close to each other. The one group was made up of Israelites who were God's chosen people, and the other group was made up of Philistines. For many years, the Philistines had been trying to defeat the Israelites, but they had not been successful. However, one day the Philistines decided to try again. They gathered a huge army and marched it towards the Israelites. The Israelites were scared because the Philistine army was huge, and they were worried that they would lose the battle. When the Israelites were afraid, one man named Saul became their leader. Saul was a strong and brave man, but he was also very tall, and this made him feel confident. He thought that just because he was tall, the Israelites would definitely win the battle. But when Saul looked at the Philistine army, he was shocked. On the other side of the valley, he saw the biggest man he had ever seen before. The giant was named Goliath, and he was a Philistine. Goliath was very tall, over 9 feet tall, and he was very muscular. He carried a huge spear and wore heavy armor. Goliath kept shouting loudly. He challenged the Israelites to fight him, but no one was brave enough to accept his challenge. Every time someone tried to attack him, Goliath would easily push them away. He was too strong for anyone to defeat. For 40 days, Goliath kept challenging the Israelites. Every morning, he would wake up early, put on his heavy armor, and walk to the valley. There, he would shout at the Israelites and challenge them to fight. But every time he did this, the Israelites became more and more afraid. One day, King Saul got very angry with his soldiers. He said to them, "Whoever kills Goliath, I will give them 2,000 pieces of gold and make them a hero." Hearing this, many young men ran towards Goliath, but they were all afraid to go near him. Some tried to hit him with stones, but Goliath was too quick for them, and he easily dodged their attacks. Some tried to stab him with spears, but the spears were too small to hurt him. When these young men failed, they went back to King Saul, defeated. King Saul felt bad for them because he knew they had done their best. But now he was very worried because no one could defeat Goliath. If the Philistines won the battle, his people would die and their families would be taken away. One day, while the battle was going on, a young boy named David was taking food to his brothers who were fighting in the war. David was only 18 years old and he was very small. When he saw Goliath, he was very afraid. But at the same time, he was very angry that someone would be so mean and try to scare the Israelites. While David was thinking about how to stop Goliath, he heard the giant shouting. He said, "Hey, little Hebrew, why don't you come out and fight me? I'll give you a piece of meat from my kill." David was very angry when he heard this. He said to himself, "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the God of Israel?" David decided that he would fight against Goliath. When King Saul heard this, he was very happy. He said to David, "You are not ready to fight the giant. You are too small and weak." But David answered, "I am young, but I have fought bears and lions before. I can fight this Philistine." Even though King Saul did not think that David could win, he gave him armor to protect him from the giant's weapons. David took the armor and walked towards Goliath. When Goliath saw David coming, he was very surprised. He had never seen such a small person before, and he thought it would be easy to defeat him. "Come here, little one, and let me kill you," said Goliath. But David answered bravely, "I come to you in the name of the God of Israel. He has sent me to defeat you." David knew that even though Goliath was big and strong, he was just a normal human being. On the other hand, David believed in God and knew that with God's help, he could do anything. David took a stone from the ground, put it in his bag, and ran quickly towards the giant. Goliath saw David throwing the stone and tried to catch it with his hand, but it was too late. The stone hit Goliath on his forehead and made a deep cut. The giant was stunned and fell to the ground. David ran to the fallen giant and pulled his sword out of its sheath. He then cut off Goliath's head, and the soldiers of Israel saw this and started to shout, "David has defeated the giant." From that day on, David became a hero of Israel, and the Philistines never dared to attack them again. So my friends, in life, we will meet many people who may seem bigger or stronger than us. They may laugh at us and try to scare us, just like Goliath did to the Israelites. But we should never forget that we serve a powerful God. With His help, we can be brave and face any challenge. Like David, we should never be afraid of anyone or anything. We must always remember that God is on our side and He will help us if we believe in Him. Now, before we end our story, we would like to ask you a question. What did David use to defeat Goliath? That's right. He used a stone and a sling. But what does this remind you of? That's right, it reminds us of the power of faith. Just like a small stone can become a powerful weapon in the right hands, our faith in God can help us overcome any obstacle. David's victory over Goliath teaches us that it's not our size or strength that matters, but our faith in God. So my friends, no matter how big or difficult a challenge may seem, never forget that with God on your side, you can do anything. We hope you enjoyed this wonderful story from the Bible. We would love to hear your thoughts and comments about it. Also, if you haven't already, we invite you to subscribe to our channel to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.